Hi everybody, welcome back to Maylee Budgets. Thank you so much for coming today. I'm going to talk about a few things, but we are going to do a cash envelope stuffing. The first thing is that I have started Adventure Fund. It's really cute. It's like a little, I don't know, like a little briefcase, but I love it. And so what I've been doing is whatever 1, 5, 10, and sometimes 20s we've had, I've just been putting them in here for our fund for the vacation we are taking. And for that vacation, I've already bought our tickets, so I know when we're going and it's already paid for. The only thing I don't have is the spending money to get there, to use when we're there. So what I'm doing is I'm making sure that instead of using the travel envelope, I'm going to just be putting the money in here, whatever 5s, 1s, 10s, and then weekly I'll go ahead and put $20 or $40 in here just to make sure that we have money for when we do travel. So that's super, super exciting. I'm really excited to have started this already, and I'm really glad I did. And then also, you know, since it's pretty, it looks really cute. So I feel like I've had a lot of fun just putting money in there and just kind of watching it grow. So that's nice. Yeah, so we're thinking of we're gonna take that one trip, and then we're thinking of taking another trip right after that. And so I want to make sure that we do have the cash for that. The second trip is just kind of in the air for right now for a second, just to make sure that we do have the money for it. But for sure, this is going for the spending for the trip that we already have planned and ready to go. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys this. This is really cute. I also have a coin jar that I'm going to continue using for next year. So like I said, this started December. So it started this month. Today is December 30th. I hope you guys have the best new year. But so this started this month. And then we're going to go ahead and just use it until it's time to go. Okay. So I'm thinking we're going to use it until we're going to collect it until beginning of May, which is when we will need it. So I'm excited. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see how much money we get in here. I'm not counting it. I'm going to count it until it is time to use it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put this on the side and move on. So for today, we're actually already going into January 1st. My husband and I both get paid on Thursdays, and I don't know why I put this on a Friday. I don't know what I was thinking, but this means we both got paid. Technically, it's supposed to be Friday, but we actually receive our money on Thursdays. Our weeks actually start Thursdays, so Thursday to Thursday. That for this week, we had to pay for these things. So we're gonna do the extra payment to Toyota. It's gonna be $80. There's a reason for that. Usually, I would prefer for it to be a whole lot more than that, but we have to kind of just go with what we got. My husband didn't get paid for the last 2 weeks since the last video I put in because he got COVID. My son got COVID, so he didn't go to school. He didn't go to work, and my kids didn't go to school. So thankfully everybody's fine now, but we didn't get paid for 2 weeks. So finally we got paid today, and it was not even, it just wasn't even like what he usually gets paid, because he usually gets paid overtime, and you know, he works longer hours or something. But anyway, so we're just gonna deal with what we have. So what we're gonna pay for extra payment for Toyota, it goes straight to the principal. We're going to pay for rent, so $1,060. That includes rent, water, and Wi-Fi. We're going to pay for the Ring doorbell that we have, and we're also paying for Crunchyroll. Okay, so on here on the side, I kind of have like what's going on with us. I don't think I've ever shown exactly where our debt is, but I want to make sure that this video gets it, because technically we're still in December, but we're already going into January. Like, it's already happening. So what I wanted to do is make sure that I have it on video on how much we are working on right now where we're at, and so that I have a reference next year at this time. So it's really for me. So right now, our current debts, we have 4 debts, and don't think it's not very much because it's 4 debts, because it's a lot. So we are working our Toyota car. So we owe $8,006.60. We bought some land with my parents, and we went halfsies. And so we owe my parents now $6,500. I didn't want to get into debt. It was something that is just kind of just needed to happen. Honestly, it was like it was a very spur of the moment, but I kind of thought for the future for it. And so if we want to use the land to build on, we will. If we don't, then we will just sell it. Yeah. So it's kind of like an investment / maybe we'll use it. I don't know. So I'm not sure yet, but for sure we have to pay my parents back. So $6,500 for that. My husband's name is Justin. Justin's student loans are at $8,000. My student loans are, the crazy part is $100,000. It makes me so sad. I'm laughing, but it's not funny. Like, I'm so sad that that's how much I owe, but it is what it is. Mistakes were made, and definitely not worth it. I can honestly say that for sure. For this year, and I guess this has become a goal now, a goal video. So the goals for this year are actually to pay off Toyota by April 1st. To save at least $2,000 for our trip with rollover money. I also forgot to add to that is that whatever is being rolled over is also going to go into here. Okay. And don't worry, guys, this is going to be in a safe. It's going to be safe. It'll be fine. Okay. So, and then I'm going to take a trip to Mexico, but I'm not too sure about this one. This one might have to hold on. This one might have to just not happen, which is sad because I want to go, but I didn't really know about it until like a few days ago at Christmas. So I like knew about it, but I didn't know very much about it, and then I just forgot about it, and then so we made our plans, and then I was like, oh, but I want to go to this one too. So that's, it's just different. So for this one, we want to go. I definitely want to go. I want to save up for it, but I definitely don't want to get into debt for it. So I am thinking that the adult side of my brain is saying you might just have to wait and go visit that family member instead of doing the whole trip thing. But we will see what happens, and it depends on also if this is all taken care of. Okay. Oh, and let me go back to, so my husband's student loans, they don't have any interest in them. Even before pandemic, they just didn't have any interest. So it whatever we pay, it has been going down. So it's been fine. The second one for me, so my student loans are under a student loan forgiveness program. I hope they are forgiven, but I also have 15 years left to even know if I was forgiven. So what's probably going to happen is that I'm going to get off of this is my plan. I'm going to get off of the student loan forgiveness part of it and just start paying it off, because it's going to be faster and I don't want it anymore. I'm over it. I just want to get rid of it. It's like yesterday. I want it done. So that's what's going to happen. We're just going to pay for it and be done with it. Okay. And then here is just our little guide. So the pink one is debt. So here's debt. The orange is all of our bills, which is not many. And the green is our birthdays, because I tend to forget everybody's birthday, including mine sometimes. And I wanted to make sure that I was at least texting them or calling them or something, something. Okay, so last thing that I did want to say is, since we do have a lot of, like, we have really hefty financial goals for the next 6 months. I'm not going to do any more spending. So, like, no more Target, no more Kohl's, no more Amazon, because those are my three weaknesses. So, no more of that. We are going to make sure that we are eating less fast food, because that money also is quickly adds up. And so I'm done with that too. Um, and we are going to be cooking more from home, and we're not going to be cooking expensive meals. Okay, so the next 6 months are like, I really need to buckle down and get this done. It's like it has to get done. So, and there's other plans for the next 6 months. They're a little more personal, and I will definitely discuss them when they come. But for now, it's imperative. It has to happen. There's like no wiggle room, no nothing. It just has to happen that in the next 6 months, these these financial goals have to happen. So these goals have to happen, okay? Okay, so let's move on to the money, because that's what you guys are here for. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to put this to the side. Let me get this in here. I have to, unlock it. I have to unlock it. Hold on. All right, so here it is. So I usually, let me make sure you guys can see this. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and fix this up. So I had to get the money out for rent already, so we're gonna do that. So something's going on next door. I can hear a lot of noise. So we need 1,060 for rent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1,000, 20, 40, 60. 1,060. Let's put you here. I hope you guys can see that. It's so high up that I can't see what's going on. So then that means we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40. So we have $140 to stuff. We actually only have 100 because I took out $40 because I really needed to get a manicure. My nail broke and it was bothering me so bad. And I was like, I want them to take them off, and I want just a manicure and some gel polish. So $20 actually just going back. So we're going to add that right now to it. For the following year, since we have a lot going on and not enough money to go around, what we will do is we're going to focus on emergency, on health, the car, and travel. So the travel is actually, and this is what's going on this week. So I will have this here now because I want to keep a record of it. So this is what our bills are this week. And that's why I have the money for sinking funds and manicure. And then the buffer in our bank account is $100. So the travel, I'm going to have it here just to remind me that I need to put it in there, but it's actually going to go in here, like I said. Okay. So let me do that because that works. My brain works better like that. So emergency is going to get the 40 that I took out. It wasn't an emergency, but I have to use cash for that place. Otherwise, yeah, it doesn't work. So we're going to add 40. So now we have 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80. So we have 280. And we are rebuilding our cash envelopes anyway because my husband wasn't working and I needed to use the money. And thank God that we had it here. Okay. So I'm really thankful that we have cash somewhere else. I'm really glad that we didn't have to borrow from anybody to make sure that our bills were paid. We have savings accounts, but I don't want to touch those. And so if I have the cash here, I will use this cash for emergencies. And my husband not getting paid was definitely an emergency. So I am really, really, really happy that we had this. I can't stress that enough. I'm so happy that we had this, and I would rather just come back and refill it than worry about it. Okay. Health is gonna get $20, and it doesn't have anything in it, so $20. Here we go. Car is gonna get. Car will get $20 too. And travel is going to get $20. So let's go ahead and put this little guy in here. And there's another 20 in here, I think, already. There should be another 20 in there because I just put it in. Last week, I was like, no, I need to put something in there. So I went ahead and put it in there. So here is another 20 for travel. So that is so I'm just so excited. First of all, I'm excited because I already have the tickets and I know we're going. We're going. So that's the exciting part. But also because we haven't traveled in forever. We're going to Guatemala. I haven't gone there in 10 years. I haven't been back in 10 years. I'm not going to say back home because this is my home. But I haven't been back to visit family in 10 years, which is just crazy to me. It just went by so fast. It's so crazy to me. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. So moving forward, I haven't done this because I was just having a conversation with my husband about it. But I am going to add a few envelopes to here. So I'm gonna add what am I adding? I'm adding an envelope for my husband's spending. So my husband's able to do overtime, and so we talked about it, and he said he is definitely willing to do overtime just to make sure that he is getting the things that are important to him. And so the things that are important to him are gaming. He loves to game, and so he is choosing to add overtime to his paycheck just to make sure that we are still getting what we need plus extra, but that he's also getting some cash that he needs for his hobbies. So I will be doing a no spending because I need to, because I'm the spender. He will be doing extra, like more overtime, extra hours to make sure that he is able to fund his folder or his envelope. So I'm going to be adding a gaming envelope or like a hubby gaming or I don't know what I'm going to call it. I'm not that clever, but I'm going to add another envelope to here for him. Adding a gas and grocery envelope to my wallet. Yes, because we're not doing fast food. I'm just not going to budget for it. If it's coming out of anything, it's coming out of groceries, and I'd rather not. So the goal is for 2022 for us to be able to just cook more often, and for fast food to be a like a very special occasion. So that's what the goal is. I want us to stick with it. I think we could definitely do it. My husband's very good at sticking with goals. On the other hand, I have a difficult time focusing and being consistent. And so I've seen all these videos out there right now with budgeting, and everybody has a word, an inspirational word for the year. And I honestly think that my inspirational word has to be consistency, because I change things all the time and I don't like it. And I'm sure it's frustrating to everybody else, but I have to be more consistent. I have to work on that. That's one of my weak points, and I really, really, really want to work on it, and I am going to work on it. And so my word will definitely be consistency. And I really hope that you guys join me on this. It's a lot of goals that I'm like, quantity is not a lot of goals, but in quality is a lot of goals. And so hopefully we can do this together. So I won't be doing any other savings challenges or anything like that. I'm just working on saving for traveling and saving for and making sure that we get out of debt. Okay. Please let me know if you like this video. Let me know if you have any suggestions for me on being able to keep consistent with things. Please join me, like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.